Yeah.
My bando make me rich, my bando walks on 36, my bando bought me that, my bando bought me this, my bando walks through jumping jacks, told my niggas just relax, got some blow that taking three, gon' put this bando on the map, bando make me rich, my bando walks on 36, my bando make me rich, my bando walks on 36, my bando
What up, though? What up, though? OG Kenny, O_G_ Kenny, every time from the streets TV. And man, I'm tired. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let me show y'all this property I'm looking at right here. There's two of them. It's this one here, need a new porch, and the roof is hit, right? And then there's this one right there, right? And they basically, both of these properties are owned by Detroit Land Bank, right? So basically, Land Bank took over the houses a bunch of years ago. Taxes weren't getting paid; they were snatching them. So, man, like, let me see. Only one of our properties we got through Land Bank. The other two we got through people that was like needing money and they couldn't pay nothing. The taxes. It was behind on a bunch of stuff, repairs and all that, and we swooped in. What they call highly motivated to sell. So that's that. So let me tell y'all, man. When I was at Macomb, when I got to Macomb, I told y'all I started setting up shop and making all these different monies, right? I'm talking about a lot of money I made quick. I can't even like calculate how much money I was making because at that time, you got to think money will come in, money's going out. Guys will come buy stuff from me, then dudes will come sell me stuff. So I'm buying gym shoes off of dudes that came from Virginia, like, oh, buy these, you know, so anyway, you can't really like gauge how much money you're gonna make. However, I was making so much money that I was willing to pay my bunkie at the time, an older white dude. I was gonna pay him to just keep some stuff in his Foot Locker, cause he didn't have much in his Foot Locker. I mean, he had some books and papers, half of it. We could have put that in the bag under the bed. I'd have paid you for that space. This dude, I find out when I started looking at his circle. One thing about doing time, your bunkie can always come in that cell and pretend like he down for you, he down for the cause, he down for whatever you about. But then when you start seeing them on the yard and who they walk with and who they go to chow with, that's when you find out their true nature. Every single body this dude was hanging around, come on, B, get up out of here. Everybody this dude was hanging around was really a racist. I'll just say that. I mean, you know, you can't really say it, but you could tell. You know a racist when you see him. You know them white, bigoted dudes who feel like ain't nobody, even if they trash and come from the slums of the earth, a lot of them dudes will look down on you when they know better. This dude here, he wasn't no slouch. He had a little bit of bread. The thing was, he used to come in the room and act like he was cool. When you see him on the yard, he barely wanted to speak, right? He with his little redneck, little racist group of dudes or whatever, right? And I ain't tripping. Do what you want to do. Hang with who you want to hang with. Long as, that's a B, I'm sorry. That's a B trying to get in the car. Long as it's peace and love, when you come up in that room, long as you're respectful, you clean, all that good stuff. I don't care what you do out there in the streets. Now, this is the thing. After a while, even he started disassociating with them dudes. And I want to say part of that was because he started seeing the true nature of young black men, starting with me. He started seeing how sharing we were, how compassionate we were, how artistic we were, how eloquent we could be when we didn't want to speak Ebonics and slang. Because you all know I can get on here and my original language is probably what you call that, broken English. You understand me? And I've learned over the years, just through my grandmother, my mother, and I'm saying, don't say that. Don't say I'm ain't. Say I'm not. And I still say I'm ain't. I don't care. So my thing was, I seen that he started softening up his resolve to young black dudes. And because a lot of them used to come to my door. I was 23 at the time. A lot of these dudes was 19, 18, and early 20s. And I had matured over the last 2 or so years. I had grew up a little bit. And they knew I was real serious about my studies. And they knew I was educated to a certain extent. So it was a respect level there amongst them young dudes that was 18, 19, 20, where they messed with me. My bunkie saw that. He saw how cool I was with a lot of them, how I would give them food to go make cook-ups and didn't even want to eat none. It was just that I didn't want to see y'all hungry. You get what I'm saying? I got so much stuff that I'm willing to pay somebody to hold the stuff for me. If my little dog's in there hungry, my young dog's in there hungry, why would I not? So whatever they want to do, dogs make some tuna wraps. I'm like, what you got? I got a pack of tuna and a noodle, bro. I'm like, man, I'll tell you what. I go 5 packs of tuna. I go 2 packs of wraps. I go the noodles, the rice, whatever else you need, cheese, Doritos, blah, 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 peppers, onions. I give them the stuff, make them up, bring me 2 out of the 20 wraps, whatever you're gonna make out of all that stuff. Bring me 2, and we Gucci, right? And then I still won't eat them. So when he started seeing that, he's like, man, you're a good dude, man. You're a good dude. And I appreciated him saying that coming from what I'm sure was a marginalized and bigoted mentality. When I saw him changing his way of thinking a little bit, I respected it. But you got to think, I still can't really trust it because it's easy to do things in practice in an institutional setting that you're not going to carry over to the streets with you. You get what I'm saying? A lot of dudes practice sobriety in prison, 20 years. I know a dude right now down the block from me. He in Mobile. He see me every day. See Salah KNX, Islam, brother. Then did all that time, 2 decades, and now he's smoking crack again. And he's still on parole. He got to go turn himself into rehab, he told me Monday. You know, so he's telling me he's going to turn up from now to Sunday, and then he turned himself in Monday. My whole thing is, to get to the point, is that no matter what an individual do in that setting, you got to still watch them. If they're not your day one and you're not around them every day, even if you live with them in that cell, because people can keep on that front in that cell and go out there and be on some garbage. So I appreciated him saying those things. I appreciated the acknowledgement, right? But I still had to watch him. What I started disliking about this man is that he never would leave the cell. He stopped hanging with Dog and them. I think one of his mans that he was playing cards or chess with or whatever rolled out. After that, he in the room all day. And I hollered at him one time. I said, hey, Bunky, you know, man, I'm a yard baby. You know that, right? You know, I'm like, I'm on the yard most of the time, for real. I'm like, I need to have my space sometime, bro. Like when I come in here and I've been gone, listen, I've been out there every shift. When yard open in the morning, I'm out there with the brothers, studying, building, you know what I mean, as far as mentally, working out a little bit. I might do push-ups, pull-ups, all that. Then in the afternoon, I'm back out there doing my regular workout. And at night, I'm out there just lollygagging and hanging. We bumping music and cooking up and, you know, bringing cookups out and all that stuff, right? I'm never hardly in this unit unless it's count time or I'm taking a nap real quick because I got a class to go to and I don't want to be wore out. This dude, after I told him that, he said, well, you know, man, I don't really like being out there after hanging with blah, blah, blah and them and the way they were moving. I said, I get it, bro. I said, I understand that. But you don't have to deal with nobody. I said, you know, you don't. When I rolled into my last institution, I didn't deal with nobody but my brothers at first. And they weren't in, none of them was in the unit with me. Not at first. I'm like, so I didn't have the problem of having to deal with nobody. I stayed to myself, but I wasn't always in my cubies in them face. I wasn't always in the people that I shared that space with face. I gave them space. I'm like, how about this then? I can't tell you to get out the room because this is yours too. But what I can ask you is, when I'm about to take a shower, when I'm coming back from a shower, certain times of the day, if you see the curtain up, I'm having an intimate moment with myself possibly, right? Getting myself together, you know what I mean? Not to be vulgar, but that's the facts. I was like, so just give me a little time there and there, you know, every now and then. I said, 'cause we got to work something out, bro. We got to be in here. And I don't like that, bro. I don't like being in the cell with nobody. Every time I come in here, you in here. And he like, so you got a problem? I said, I don't have a problem with you being in here, but I want to be able to come in this cell that we both share. Just like I'm always gone. You got hours and hours and hours every day to be in this dang on cell. So why the hell, when I want to come in here, you can't get off your damn butt and get up out of here, bro? For a few minutes. It happened once, maybe twice after I asked him. This was over the course of a month. And I started getting frustrated week by week. Week by week, I was getting tired of this dude. Not only was he never leaving the cell, I told y'all in the last episode that well, we had to slide our doors over and lock them at night, and they would come and unlock them in the morning. So now he was one of them dudes that no matter what they served on that tray, he was eating it. Beans, cold, what's that 3-bean salad, that stuff that be cold with the beans. Man, listen, he would get so much of that stuff because nobody really liked it. For one, you got cold string beans, cold kidney beans, some other type of beans. It's all cold. I didn't like that. I wasn't used to nothing cold like that. So a lot of people didn't like it. And whatever little sauce they put on it was terrible. This dude would bang all that stuff out. He ate everything. I didn't care about you eating anything, but bro, it made him gassy. So at night when they close the door, he's sleeping early like an old man. He go to bed like 9 something, 10 o'clock. He in there farting all night. And I'm not talking about loud necessarily, but a little boop, right? You can hear it. And almost immediately, it fill up the cell. Even though we had a little fan there in the corner to push stuff out the window, I had some little spray things I had made up with some little bit of water and oil, right? Muslim oil, something, or prayer oil, what they would call it. And it would help, but it was a problem. I even hollered at him. I said, bro, look, man, if you need like some, because he kept stuff to eat in his locker and all that, so I understand why you gotta eat everything they give you, bro. Leave that stuff that give you gas alone, man. You got the cell rocking, bro. Not only that, with your stinking booty self, you don't even care to eat no Tums or Rolaids, none or whatever to give you to keep you happy with the indigestion. I even offered him some. I bought some from him. I said, bro, you got something in your store, like some Rolaids or something? I give you one of them little small meat sticks that cost like $1 and something for that boy. And them one number 75 cents. So I'm basically giving you twice the amount it's worth just to keep dude from farting me out at night. I gave him to him. He said, thank you. Why did one day I'm walking out the cell, I kind of looked to the right. He had them boys sitting on his dang on shelf in his cell. They sitting there. So now I'm really pissed. Now, get to the whole story, right? All that was justification for this. My homeboy Frankie, my little dude Frankie. Shout out to my dude Ricky. Ricky from the was from the Bruces. My little dude. Now, I hope he watches this episode. He gonna laugh his butt off. He was a little 5%er. He used to be like, what up, God? What up, peace, God? God body, all that, right? And I appreciated him, though, because he was trying to change his way of thinking. But him, this little dude from Saginaw, and I forget the other dude. Anyway, they was all on the rock all the time coming to my cell. I was giving them stuff. They was the little dudes. I was like, here you go, here you go, here you go. And it wasn't because Frankie was no slouch. He just had no real support system out there in the street. But when he got on his feet, he stayed on his feet. I will give him that. Once we established the protocol for him to get on his feet, he was off and running. At the time, though, it was tight for my baby, right? So he was like, hey, man, let me, you got deodorant until I get started? You got it. So he asked me for something that I didn't mind giving him. But I said, you know what, bro? I got a plan. I'm sick of my bunkie, bro. I need some compensation. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a way to get you some of his stuff. Lo and behold, a week or so later, it was Child, right? He rushed out like he always do. Didn't even lock his locker. I look at that boy. Bing, bing. Listen, he had so much stuff in his locker. I called little Frankie. We used to go to the Child together. I said, bro, hell with Child. Come on. Go get your laundry bag. Fill it up with everything you can get out this bad boy. All I want is this and this and this. And it was like some simple stuff. Like he had like a body wash, fragrance body wash, and some more little trinkets. I got a couple of things, right? And I ain't condoning this. I'm not condoning taking nothing from nobody you live with. And if you're doing time, taking nothing from your bunkie. I am in no way. I don't even think like that no more. This was like when I was in my early 20s. I'm twice that age now. So, anywho, man, listen, I let my dude tear him up. Radio, headphones, trimmers, get it. And then I played the unit at the Child. I came in and sat down at tables and kind of watched my cell, you know what I mean, from the day room. Now, he came looking for me. He like, hey, Bunky, let me holler at you when you get a chance. I said, all right, bro, I got you. I said, what you need? He like, I just need to holler at you, man. I'm having problems with some things. Cool. I'm smirking on the inside like, right? Because I'm sick of you, bro. I asked you for a favor. You couldn't even do that. I don't even care no more. You don't care how I live. I don't care how you live. And that's what it was. That's what led to me robbing my first bunkie, man. You know what I mean? Because no respect, and you really didn't care about nothing. You stanking me out almost every night. You never leaving that boy. And then you just don't care about nothing I asked you as far as cohabitation. So that's what happened. I let my dude Frankie rob him. We ate good off that man for weeks. Because every time we cooked up, now he had something to bring to the table. I don't condone it, man. You know, if y'all haven't so far, get in the comment section and let me know. Y'all subscribe first, but get in the comment section. Let me know if y'all ever did time and in the unpleasant experience you've had with a bunkie or somebody you locked with, right? Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and all that good stuff, man. I don't know what happened to that dude. I forget like kind of how he ended up leaving my cell, but we weren't bunkies for long after that. He ended up leaving, and I got my homeboy down there with me. We rocked out and had a good time the rest of the time I was there, man. But look, I got some more stories about Macomb, a lot of them. You know, OG Kenny, O_G_Kenny, advertised from the streets TV. I'm on the block right now, and I see y'all later, and I'm out.